How strange. Number 1's upside down. That could be a sign. If you see a 1 upside down anywhere, that could be a sign. Morning. I am the soul pool. You are the soul pool. We are the soul pool. Together as a collective. Without you, this doesn't work. So it's the 10th of January 2022. Bit of news. My son's birthday tomorrow. So we may be having visitors today and tomorrow. So the weeklies are going to be a bit hit and miss. So what I thought I'll do is I'll do it for this week and next. And then if it takes a bit longer to get them out, it doesn't matter. It just fell wrong this year, that's all. So I hope that's alright. Where was we? Astro DJs are giving me a song I don't know. It's called Like a Bird on a Wire. So again, might be a sign. You see an unusual bird, or just a normal bird, but it attracts your attention, sat on a wire. That may be a sign of when this takes place, or what will take place. Today's card is the Wheel. It's about fate. It's the 3 women of fate who weave and spin and cut the cloth of your life. It's about the thick signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. It's about the horse, the monkey, the eagle and the stranger. So the eagle is Scorpio. The year of the horse and the year of the monkey is obvious. So by now, hopefully you've all got your apps, so you know what time you was born, when you was born, where your houses are, and all that. If not, get one. All you have to do is put your date of, and your time of birth into any free app, and it will tell you. If you're at the top of the wheel, know that you have to make ready for when the wheel turns again. So make hay while the sun shines, and make sure you're prepared for harder times. If you're at the bottom of the wheel and it's been really hard, know that the wheel will turn eventually in your favour, because that's the way fate is. We have to experience the hard times so that we know what to appreciate in the good times. It is just after dinner, this one, if it's today. Some of them, you know, we're all on different timelines, take a bit longer. So this is the Manor Arcana of the Aries. It's somebody stubborn, it's somebody trying to control, it's somebody trying to control the outcome of a situation, people, very, very stubborn and miserly with money. You see the fire there is almost catching his clothes on fire, because he's not paying attention. He's trying to control everything. There is some success here, But be careful not to gloat, because there is enemies that are trying to bring your downfall. Bad news arriving perhaps, and a change, a negative change. So like we said, that's when the wheel is at the bottom, then it's got nowhere to go but up. That's my card. I hate when it's in the reverse, but I've learnt, my brother died on the 29th, that the 29 is negative for me and the 2 is positive. So it may be the other way around for you. There's someone here at a dark place, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, at the gates of hell, unable to speak, possibly protecting others, not looking after the cells, not being careful what goes into the body as in diet, medication, and what comes out of the body as in words written or spoken. It's secrets. Usually not your own secrets being kept, that are keeping you trapped in a negative place. So there's no new beginnings. There's a missed opportunity, a gift from Spirit that was given that you didn't take. So those born on the 2nd or the 29th, negative energy, the number 29, anywhere. And the keys are important. Somebody is bound to hell. Possible because of bad advice, either from a doctor, priest or lawyer. Misdiagnosis, somebody telling you that you can't do something. A violent man maybe. Somebody who is confused, not very clear or logical. Arguments with the feminine, the divine feminine. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. It's not a good situation. Nothing can grow in barren lands. So we started off so well. There was success because somebody was controlling and tight with the money, holding on very tightly. But the thing about that is, when you hold on so tightly to something, what you resist persists. And eventually, whatever it is, will be tired of being controlled. So somebody's got too complacent, got smug, and then some news comes in or an enemy arrives that's not good, that brings about a change, that puts someone in a dark place, and there's no longer any logic to it, and no communication, no real advice, and nothing can grow. Those born on the 30th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. So it could be the 29th and the 30th of this month, or the 2nd and 3rd of next month. That's important because it's a run. It's mothers and daughters, because Demeter is Persephone's mother. But in my case, I think they got it wrong when the last time we entered this world. In this lifetime, I'm the mother and my daughter is that card. So it can be swings and roundabouts, but it's an important female in your life. It's counterproductive. It isn't working. Lack of abundance. It is connected to the military. We've said this before. May the 31st and November the 11th. So this could be an Aries because it's a fire sign man. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, man of action. Usually funny, usually faithful. Success in defending yourself against something. So somebody's managed to avoid a big stink so far. But it's put someone, it's brought someone negative news, bad news, and it's put them in a very dark place. Again, a water sign, mostly water signs, the High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody in a dark place, somebody above all that isn't loving themselves, isn't nurturing themselves. Possibly some female that drinks. A couple that aren't happy, possibly they both drink, over emotional and unhappy. It's an unhealthy relationship, and it's a burden for someone to carry. Missed opportunity of a new beginning, something being born. Spirit wanted you to take the gift. It could have been a child being born that didn't go full term, or a child that may be born, but any yes no question to that missed opportunity is a yes. There's a change in the family security because this gentleman, whoever it is, doctor, priest, lawyer, whatever, maybe it's costing you a lot of money, this health issues and stuff, because we don't all live in the UK. So something that's 10 years, been going on 10 years, which we've spoken about that, haven't we? Things are coming round from 10, 12 years ago. 1951 plus or minus 12 February to February, year of the rabbit, and first of the month perhaps. But this is a bond, so it could be a mother and a daughter, it could be a wife and a father, a wife and a husband, mother and a father. But somebody's not walking away, somebody's stuck, somebody's trying to make things okay. So we've got 2 kings, 1 female, could be a family matter. Yeah, it's about tradition, it's about standing on your own 2 feet, it's about being financially able to do so, and that's why somebody's being very, very careful with their money, trying to control everything because they're not used to working as a team. So somebody may find it hard to work as a team. Oh, now we've got 2 women and 2 men. This couple, this is maybe another couple or 2 parts of the same couple, but again, they're both in the reverse. There's lack of clarity, there's no communication. And if you can't communicate that, then there's something wrong. There are widows, again mentioned. There are divorcees. People have been rejected, women scorned, which may well be the enemy. It's detachment, bad advice, not lack of clear thinking, and no communication. You have to fight for what you want. There'll be no sitting back on your laurels and thinking, oh, it'll sort itself out. That isn't the case. And it is about a bond. They've given it twice. There is a mutual bond here, but I don't think it's with the couples. It seems to be a bond, possibly with a child, and it's really hard to say yet. Excuse me. It's about a union. It's about a partnership. The truth needs to come out to release this person or this situation from the darkness, and then there'll be success. But somebody's refusing to accept it, accept the situation as it is. Somebody's bored, somebody's at a fork in the road. Dark night of the soul, but they're in limbo because they know there's no going back, and yet they're not moving forwards. You have to stop overthinking it and come out of your head. Spirit want a reunion, a celebration, but it could also be there's a third party. And we've said before, haven't we? Third parties are not always the other woman, the other man. Third parties could be a child coming between you. Maybe you've just had a new baby and you're not seeing eye to eye because you haven't got no sleep. Could be any number of things. Friends could be getting in the way. But it's in the upright, so it's something positive. It's maybe just there's not enough time and that's getting in the way. Work's getting in the way. Other commitments to other family members. There's something not quite right. But nobody's willing to talk about it. And if you don't, you'll get nowhere. Just stuck in limbo. Yep, female enemy will be overcome. Don't be have too much pride and gloat at your success because it might be short-lived. But do have self-respect. See the bigger picture. There is depression here, perhaps illness. A smoking gun, something has to end and eventually will. But someone's fickle and can't make up their mind. Flighty. Transformation needs to take place. So there is a gentleman here. Could be the same gentleman that's hoarding his finances, trying to control everything. He's stuck now because he missed an opportunity and he knows it. And now he's bored. And he could be contemplating his retirement. It could be on furlough. He could have just lost his job. He's got a lot to think about. Especially about where he's going to go next. What's his future? There is the lying deceiver. Leo, that was born 1962. Plus or minus 12, February to February. Or just someone very familiar to you. And this is the year of the tiger this year. So it could be this year. And if you're a Leo, it could be somebody lying to you. But usually it's the Leo. And bad news is arriving. So we knew that was coming, didn't we? Because I think some of the other reads have said that. And the astrology is. There could be something that knocks us for 6. Oh no. And we do know, don't we? We do know. I hate this card. So, you've put someone, or someone's put you, in a very dark place. And if this is you, nothing's worth that. And, like I said, that wheel will turn in your favour sooner or later. You just got to hang on to that. This can also be, not necessarily a man because it's not gender specific, someone who emotionally blackmails you with their mental illness, threatening suicide. And if that's the case, what you need to do is get them help and then walk away, because they're never going, you're going to be forever trapped if that's the case. Or it could be that you've lost someone through suicide and it's changed the dynamics of everything. Yeah, do not like that card. That's why I stopped using the Sibyls, but the Sibyls are so good and clear that I do like using them. I just wish I could take that card out. So look to your friends, because there may be friends going through this difficult situation where they feel trapped, they have no one to talk to, and they may need your help in figuring things out. Because there is a bond there, it could be a friendship. And Jupiter is about abundance. So if we could turn that around, that would be abundance. So like I said, we are at the bottom of the wheel at the minute, but the wheel is about to turn, because Spirit is telling us that there is abundance to be had. And the number 7 is massively important. So perhaps it might not come all July, and some of you would be impatient if that's the case. Oh no, right, you can't make this up. So Spirit is saying, look at what it says there, the Wheel of Fortune. So Spirit are telling us, yes, the wheel is not in our favour right now, but it's turning, and it soon will be. So, if ever there was hope, there is now. The lips of the wise are like doors of a cabinet. She's got her lips tightly shut. No sooner are they opened, but treasures pour out before thee. You are protected, and they are giving you the Ankh, which is a sign of good luck. So even if it looks as dire as this, expect doors to swing open. This is the most magnanimous card of all the heavenly bodies. Jupiter was referred to as the king of all gods, the bright star. It's half human, half beast, so it's ruled by Sagittarius. So perhaps when the moon's in Sagittarius is when this will take place. The planet Jupiter casts off more heat than it takes from the sun, and thus this giant planet is one of the most generous and joyful. It is the great benefic, the soother of hurts and bruises, and promises a period of good fortune where hard luck is coming to an end. So remember what I said, if you're feeling in this situation, it is going to be over. Oh, now we've got a magpie. Is it on the wire? Can you hear him? That is very strange. I often see them out the back, but I've never seen him out the front. He's chittering away. Magpies come to, not to bring you sorrow, but to help you through your sorrow. So even if there's only one, which people used to not like seeing, it's still a good sign. Chittering away. Usually it means a sign from Spirit, but I can't see him, so I'm going to have to ignore him. I can hear him in me either. It's a soother of hurts and bruises and promises a period of good fortune when hard luck is coming to an end. Similar to Saturn, Jupiter can represent the father, what did I say? And what you have inherited from your father. When the energy of Jupiter enters your reading, you can be assured, and my dad's birthday was the 29th. Didn't always have a good relationship. He left when I was small. Luck is on your side and fortune shine on you. You are being given not only a gift but also a lift, if not divine help. Blocks will be removed as you wield influence through your own positivity, goodwill. This is certainly an astrological lucky break, but you are not going to be able to sit back on your laurels, kick back, which is what they said, isn't it? Instead, you will be required to attend to what is being set in motion and keep the positivity and attention flowing. You must continue to nurture the energies to the projects or events you have started. Otherwise, they're going to fall into entropy or decay. When it comes to providence and fortune, there is always a payment due, and some toil or sacrifice on your part. So do keep that in mind. You're on your way, just don't neglect things or become lazy or lax in your endeavours, which are traits of Jupiter as well, meaning the possibility of taking people and situations for granted. Because Jupiter can make you feel happy and complacent, you may have to watch out for weight gain and for other ways to indulge yourself and others. It's important to keep a watchful eye and not skim over the details in any matter, and don't waste money. Since Jupiter is strongly tied to the law and ideas of fairness, you may find your opinions and convictions rather strong at this present time. Jupiter is represented by largesse, so try not to become overbearing, as this attitude could sabotage all you've worked for. If you feel at the moment you are in a dark place and you have drawn the Jupiter card, be assured that blessings are on their way. Doors are opening with generosity and in faith. It's time to walk through it. So, it's time to take that first step on your path of, where's it gone? There it is. Fork in the road. It's time to walk through them. The Jupiter card gives a positive spin to any reading, so keep this in mind regardless of the surrounding cards. And it was a dire read to this point, wasn't it? You are expanding and growing. The wide open ranges, moving on to better things, yes. Greener pastures, fortune, the lifting of obstacles, a respite after a time of stress and turmoil. Take the high road. Opulent objects and indulgence, got to be careful there. The payoff, drunkards, yes, we've got that. We've got both female and masculine drunkards. Recreational drug use, being excessive, being generous, showing generosity, perhaps too much. Humour, being kingly or queenly, a benevolent ruler. Religion, spiritual ideas, spiritual quest, yes. Scriptures, religious texts, the higher mind, wanting to see the meaning behind life. Churches, priests and the Catholic Church. Astrologers, places of learning, such as universities, schools, teachers and law. Being free, having a purpose, openness, showing tolerance, being all-inclusive, honour, having gratitude, having goodwill, the colour violet, purple and royal blue. Large animals, especially large dogs and horses. So again, those born 1966 plus or minus 12 February to February, and those born 1970 plus or minus 12 February to February. But the 10 is important, which is today. A change of luck, a change in fortune, high ideals, a sense of purpose. It gives you the strength to go on. So I hope this read has given you the strength to go on and stop feeling that this is how it's always going to be. It's not. And then the winged wise ones are the nearest thing to the angels. And what did they say about the bird on the wire? So the birds are very important. And we had the magpie chittering away. So it's the number 34, which is the 7, which is the abundance. So they can't do any better than they're doing, can they? They are trying to reassure us, and they're doing a really good job, bless them. So $34. Always an ally and never a challenger. The winged wise ones represent the aid of all the angels. When you enter their realm, know that your sincere prayers will be answered according to the will of the divine. This also represents divine intervention and the potential for miracles to heal and transform as if by magic. How beautiful is that? Have faith, whatever your circumstances. Heavenly beings are watching over you. The winged wise ones give you a glimpse of the future by offering messages whispered on the wind. These are translated within you as inspired thoughts, instantly unraveling the past and revealing the present. So write down any random thoughts that don't make sense. Be aware of the higher consciousness in you. This is a good time to observe the thoughts through meditation. Who is observing those thoughts? That self is akin to the winged wise one who have come to help you soar. So listen to spirit, because they're trying to tell you something. Yes. Well, it's not a surprise, is it, really? So something is broken. And you won't believe this, but it's page 34. So they really are reiterating the situation, aren't they? They can't have got any better than that. It's random how they do it. So take notice of things like that. The page that you're reading, stuff like that. So if you see the number 34, you'll know. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? Because we're cyclic beings, so the wheel turns. In a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth, change, which is today's card, is one of the only certainties in life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck, which is that. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it is harder to hold on to the facade than it is to embrace who we truly are and take that step through that doorway. To surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were and the things that you once defined yourself by. The job, the relationship, the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity. To embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you've outgrown some relationship or circumstance, and it's time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are today. What is it in your life that is no longer aligned and needs to change? It will be a shattering experience, but like Spirit says, it's a cycle that needs to end. I think you'll agree they've done a really good job today. The bird on the wire, the magpie, the winged wise ones, the 7, the 34, all there. No such thing as a coincidence where Spirit is concerned. Stay grounded, keep your roots, and stand tall than the trees. If your foundations are strong, nothing can knock you over. If you don't let people in your head, they cannot influence your life. A change. I can't believe them. They've done a really good job today. So change, which is the Wheel of Fortune. That's what it's about, change. Today's card. Fallen leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. So be like the trees. Allow things to fall away. Don't hold on so tightly, and watch the transformation take place. Thanks for listening. Beautiful read, Spirit. Thank you. Bye.